Hi, I'm Mandy from SunflowersAndDors. Hello from this side of the camera. It's not something I generally tend to do, but so many other people in the collaboration have been brave. I kind of figured I should at least give it a go. So yeah, I'm probably going to ramble a little bit. I'm probably going to kind of go off topic. And I will probably be looking everywhere except at the camera. So excuse me. First thing I think I want to say is from Justine and myself is a huge, huge, huge thank you to every single one of you who got involved in the collaboration. It has been such a huge success. It's been amazing. It's been amazing to see so many collaborators get on board and tell their stories and share and inspire new creators. The feedback from both new creators and seasoned crafters has been amazing. So a huge, huge thank you from Justine and I for kind of putting the time aside and really coming on board and embracing this whole collaboration. We really, really do appreciate it. It's really hard to kind of try and follow some of those videos now. I kind of wish I'd probably put myself earlier in the schedule because no pressure, but they were awesome. So I'm going to keep mine really, really short and sweet. Most of the things I probably would have said or advice I would have given has already been covered. So yeah, I'm just going to do a really, really short video, and that is going to be to kind of give you a bit of an idea as to how I got into creating and crafting, and some of the things perhaps that I wish I'd known then that I know now. So my story is probably quite similar to a lot of other people. I got into crafting in 2020, just as COVID hit. Work was really, really busy for me, and very, very stressful and needed an outlet. So I started painting by numbers. I'd always been kind of interested in kind of arty stuff, but nothing really had kind of resonated with me. And when I started this painting by numbers, I kind of had this idea of what it used to look like years ago, and it's nothing compared to that now. You know, it's so complex and detailed. I absolutely found myself lost in the process for hours and hours and hours. And in those early months of COVID, that was really, really useful. And then, to be honest, I feel really, really sad in saying this, but I'm not really sure how I got into junk journaling. I started watching some YouTube videos, and you know what it's like. You'll watch something and then they'll recommend something else, and then something else comes up on your recommendations. And I kind of stumbled across junk journals, and I watched the first video and then the second, and then I kind of lost a whole weekend to YouTube, and I was hooked. Absolutely. I was just completely blown away by some of the creations that I saw. And yeah, I have quite a, I don't know, kind of like an addictive nature. So, I wanted to start there and then. And I did. I kind of pulled together some craft materials that I'd had hanging around, and I set myself up a little area on the kitchen dining table and kind of got started. And that was literally how I got into it. Videos and inspirational, posts on some of the social media groups and across the crafting community. Just watch those for a couple of months and kind of try to learn as much as I could about different techniques and and then I kind of just jumped in both feet and kind of had a go at putting my first journal together. When I look back at that now, it's quite funny because it's excuse me, it's you don't know your own style at that point, so you're kind of fumbling around putting something together, and it's only much later on that you kind of find what it is that you like, your kind of style, your flow, all of those types of things. So looking back on some of the earlier stuff is quite interesting, because you do see how you've developed and how you've kind of, as a creative person, as an artist, whatever you want to call yourself. So yeah, I kind of jumped in and started following a few very specific journalers, and kind of recreated some of the projects and some of the activities and some of the makes that they put on their videos, and I was having a blast. I probably would say, though, the biggest thing at that point was I was so eager and excited to get started that I didn't take a breath. I would watch a video, I would look and see what they created, and if it was something that kind of, drew me in, I would immediately go out and buy all of those products, the same colours, the same brands, that, everything that person had used to try to recreate that project. And besides spending a lot of money, I was always disappointed, because I could never, ever replicate completely what I had seen somebody else do. And that was probably one of the earliest lessons for me was, one, don't go out and buy a load of products that you will probably not use again. I would do that, and then the next project would come along and I'd buy another lot of products. And some of those are still sat in my stash and I haven't used them for, years. Or if ever, since that original project. So, I've learned to be a little bit more, a little bit wiser in terms of what I kind of buy and what I know I'm going to use and what I'm not. But also, I think I've realised that I can't compare myself to anybody else, in a good way or a bad way, really. I'll watch a video and I could be watching somebody who's been in the hobby for years and years and years and is, exceptional. They've, practiced, and their skill level is, right up there. And so to come along and try and recreate something like that, I'm always going to be disappointed, because I'm not that person. I'm, don't have the same skill set, if you like. I have different look on things, and a different eye for things, and so quite early on I kind of had to take myself to one side and realize that I have to do me and let other people do them. I mean, it's one of my favorite quotes from Tim Holtz, and I think somebody else in the collaboration used it, but it's so true. I had to give myself space, and I had to give myself permission to try different techniques and different styles and different projects, and allow myself that time and space to develop the creativity that is kind of inside of me, rather than trying to constantly replicate somebody else. And I think when you constantly compare your work to other people, I think there's the inner critic, isn't there, within all of us? But I think when you start to compare yourself to other people, I think that really dampens your enthusiasm, your creativity, your motivation, all of those things. Because I don't think you'll ever live up to those kind of standards that you kind of set. We put people on pedestals and to try and aspire to be that person. I think sometimes, well, most of the time, I think is just a recipe for failure. And I think, we really do have to kind of be us and be comfortable with us and learn to appreciate our style and our creativity and our art, and not put ourselves under those huge levels of expectation which we fall short of every single time. Just be you. Be everything that you can be, because you never will be anybody else. It's there's so many lessons, there's so many things that I could share, things that I've learned over the last couple of years. And one of those things is how many times I say I'm in a video. But yeah, just give yourself space, give yourself time, give yourself permission to kind of play and trial things out and test things and make mistakes and enjoy the process and enjoy the craft. And we absolutely have this incredible community around us, and it is incredible to take inspiration from other people, and that is all good and positive, and it does help us grow, and it helps us learn different techniques and different ways of doing things. But again, we just need to keep it real. We need to keep it and yeah, I think when you get that, when you kind of fully get that, then you're free to be you, to develop your style, to develop your creativity, and grow as an artist or as a creator. And I think then you really have fun with it. You take the pressure off yourself and you enjoy the kind of the process. You enjoy the learning. You enjoy the journey. And for me, that's what it's all about. It's just definitely enjoying the journey. So yeah, that would probably be my biggest piece of advice. Be you. Enjoy where you're at, and enjoy the fact that you will continue to develop as a person, as a creator, and yeah, just look forward to that. That is it from me. I will leave it there. Apologise for all the ums, but yeah, it really, really has been an incredible month. It's been so fabulous to have so many different people get on board and just share what a great community it is that we kind of belong to. So again, a huge thank you, and I will say to you, as always, stay safe and be well, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.